For the city of Wilmington, what Madison and Matthew are doing is unique. They are bringing contemporary art to the city of Wilmington, attracting creatives and makers who are in the early to mid stages.
Madison and Matt have been very just open about exploring anything that I want to in terms of showcasing my work, and it being an experimental gallery, I would say, for other artists to know that you can really try things out and try to make connections with your work and pieces in ways that might not work with traditional galleries.
They are making contemporary work that is taking risks. It's work that is connecting the city of Wilmington to a broader contemporary art conversation. And without Madison, without Fried Fruit, we don't have that in this city.
The great things about being an artist is just the ability to explore so many different concepts and media and themes, and it's really fun to be around people who are interested in doing that. And I came to know Madison Creech through Maris, a friend of mine who also teaches here, and she was talking about the gallery space as being an experimental space and put us into contact, and it turned out that Madison was looking for someone to show in the gallery. They've been very supportive of all of the ideas and all of the just really thinking ahead about how to set up the show in a fun and engaging way.
I teach graphic design. I am a graphic designer, and I like to think of Fried Fruit as the gallery. I like to think of it all as sort of this idea of expanded design. How do you design a place for students to interact, a place for artists to feel comfortable enough to really show a very vulnerable side of themselves? How do you design something that's for the community? How do you design something that's for the Cargo District community? So I really think of the gallery as sort of this idea of expanded design. My partner, Matthew Creech, is the person that I run this space with, and just connected with a person that had a wall, that just had a wall, and was like, what would you do with a wall? And we're like, we will take that, we'll put art on it, and then that transitioned into having a full container upstairs, which then transitioned to this new space that is widely much more accessible. The current iteration of Fried Fruit in the Cargo District was really built upon that idea of looking through the window. It allows the art to be seen 24/7. Anyone can come up to the window and see it. It gives access to people who maybe aren't typically going to art museums, people who aren't typically going out of their way to see art. They just sort of stumble upon it. What I love about the Cargo District is that they've been so receptive to this type of work. The art sort of becomes a topic of conversation. I think that people sort of question their idea of art when they come in. Sometimes we have the inner thoughts of the artist on the wall. Sometimes the work is something that looks like art to them, which may be like a photograph on the wall. Sometimes it's a chalkboard. Their idea of art is changed. They question their idea of what it is.
It looks just really engaging for people standing outside. Like if I saw that and it was closed, I would want to return the next day so that I could see it from the inside as well. But it seems like a place that's a blank slate for anyone to be able to show their work in a really effective manner.
I think that Fried Fruit it's somewhere where artists can come and completely try out their wildest ideas. It's a place that I think artists who aren't necessarily interested in selling their individual work, but they're interested in getting their ideas out there, can have like a vehicle for showing their work. And as myself as being a instructor, I've always thought about how important it is for my students to see art, how important it is for them to like experience new things. But there's not too many opportunities for them to stretch their wings or try that social practice idea that they have. So that is something that we really want to invest in. yeah, and then I have no idea how we got, like, I feel like we got here somehow, but it's just like down this like windy path of weird art. I love weird art.